arisen. The errand to see to. Let's make haste. I'll start out this all in a moment.
Suppose I could finish it tomorrow.
Was I left?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though it is sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
'Tis as you say.
My body's not forgiving me for last night's scuffle.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Quite. Though no definitive records remain. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful tidbits we might turn up.
Good day, sir.
A treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. Nice place, this.
Mindless labor is for mindless men.
That Sir Ludolf is a real lecher. Tell is, he keeps a dozen or so mistresses at once. And just the other day, he praised my wife for her beauty. You know what that means, don't you? He wants her for himself. I tried to change the subject, divert his attention elsewhere, but he's not one to back down so easily. He'll find a way to get what he wants, even if it means taking it by force. Vile reprobate. Now, best to proceed. Quiet at last.
I would appreciate your...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
How intriguing. There are few places where
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work. Such a fine
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother, Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Good to see you, Master.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. You know where to find me. Are you weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale. To tell. Much obliged. Well met, sir. That's what we're breaking up today.
Gotta make room for my next shipment.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
How very peculiar. Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Nodding off where I stand. The road at your neck.
If I were your master, I'd not leave this unread.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Where to next, Arisen?
Now, this is a place to forget one's troubles.
That looks promising.
I hope the day's treating you well. Oh, I can't complain, really.
Say, have you been to Harp? 'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness.
No harm can come of a bit of kindness, I always say.
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be Arisen is in fact the real thing. See, there's an oracle up in the palace, whose powers allow her to divine whether the Arisen yet lives. There's only one Arisen in the world, so no matter how many pretenders come forth, the oracle can see through their lies. Although, come to think of it, is that really proof? Does the oracle know who the Arisen is, or only that they exist?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And hours for a full week, at no charge. What a steal.
I suppose 'tis so. You shan't hear me complain about an early repose. I was a tad incautious in my travels this time. A horde of goblins got the better of me, if you can believe it.
I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Off we go, then.
Ready to forge on?